Hey, it's Kate Stillman back with Yoga Healer, and I wanted to welcome you to my new office here in Punta Mita, Mexico, where I live in the winter. I put a brick wall in so that you could enjoy seeing a brick wall behind me instead of just a painted wall. I hope you like it. So what I wanted to talk to you about is habits, and how this idea that our habits are who we are. Now, many of you listen to the Dharma workshop. If you missed the Dharma workshop, it's at yogahealer.com/Dharma, D-H-A-R-M-A. And in the Dharma workshop, we talked a lot about building a habit around stepping into who we want to become. Right? Stepping into Dharma can be a habit. And what I want to talk about on this little video today is more about this, and more about how as you start to build new habits around who you want to become, your identity actually starts to change. Your identity actually starts to evolve. And if you don't align the habits of who you want to become into your day, then you probably will just procrastinate or backslide or hit the massive face of resistance to change and not step into who you really want to become, and just stay more or less who you already are comfortable with being. And what's the problem with that? Well, the problem with that is that's not how evolution works, right? Like, evolution moves directionally forward. It expands, right? That there's an expansive nature to who we are and who we can become. And we all feel that. We feel that in the sense of hope. We sense a wanting of ourselves. We kind of feel it internally, that drive, a wanting of ourselves to be something that we've not yet been. And I know for me personally that on this path of Dharma and building habits around my Dharma, that what starts to happen is you get to a point where the habits actually start to shift you. And then there's the point of wanting to just backslide. But because habits are habits, and habits create momentum, the habits support you into becoming who you want to be. So it's just a great thing to realize, like, oh, if I don't have the habits of the person I want to become, then I can't become that person, really. So go ahead right now and just reflect. Do you have the habits of the person you want to become? Just sit with that for a moment. Because if you don't have those habits, it's not going to happen. If I can be blunt, right? It's not going to happen. So what habits do I need to develop to become the person I want to become? Now, let's look at this in terms of health and in terms of body and just the day-to-day body habits. Do you have the day-to-day body habits of the person that you desire to become? Right? When you really think of how you want to be, like, say you're heavier than you want to be. Say your mind is more just like all over the place and having a hard time concentrating and getting done what the person you want to be would be able to get done. Right? And mind habits and body habits are so tied. So, do you have the habits? Do you have the habits of getting to bed on time? Do you have the habits of meditating every day or having this great silent space to be in? Do you have the habits around nurturing your body with the right amount of the right foods at the right time of day? Taken in an atmosphere where you can receive. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. There's a little bit of an inquiry around that. If you haven't, listen to the Dharma workshop. Go to yogahealer.com/Dharma. Listen to the Dharma workshop. Build the Dharma habit. I'm going to make another video for you picking up this thread of what to do if your habits, your body habits, aren't aligned with who you want to become. And we'll go from there.